Getting set up here in studio. Sorry. Forgive me. Forgive me because I must vent. I'm at the confessional booth here today. Alright, let me pull up my chat. Oh boy. Do we ever have stuff to talk about? Let's see. Give myself the thumbs up. Why not? Let's get out of that. Let's go here. Alright, I know I'm live. I'll wait for a few people to get on in. I'll do some intro music and then we're going to talk. I have to vent to you guys. Sorry. Not so sorry. Hopefully you guys can feel my pain. What's up, Blue Unicorn? Hey, Ali Bell. Nice to have you both in here. Let's wait for a couple minutes and then I will properly vent to you guys and get your feedback on some stuff. DJ Goldenheart 69, welcome. Nice to have you here as well. Make sure you hit the thumbs up button if you haven't already. Davin, what's up, my man? Nice to have you here. Some BS has happened to me today that I have to talk about. Pup Groomer, I see you there. And for whatever reason, I'm now seeing those notifications. So thank you again, Pup Groomer. You are amazing. Moses, you're another amazing human being. Thank you so much for being here. Who else am I missing? Hold on. Let's see. Tiffany. Oh, if you got a gifted membership, make sure to thank Pup Groomer. Amazing human being. She has a great channel. As soon as I can, I'll put your link in there, Pup Groomer. You need way more subs. Mustang Sally, welcome. Nice to have you in here as well. I'm going to do a little bit of venting, but before I do that, let me hit you guys with some different intro music. Then we'll get started here. I won't keep you too long. Maybe I will. I don't know. I have to say something. You're not a weirdo, Pup Groomer. You are absolutely amazing, and I love your channel. I love your grooming. I love your painting. I've lurked in there a few times. I know what you do. So, hey, Fuzzy, nice to have you in there as well. Can you please put in Pup Groomer's? I don't normally ask, but can you put in Pup Groomer's link for me? I know you just got here. Scooter Mom got one. Thank you so much, Fuzzy. Appreciate that. Big Chief in the house. What is up? Carrie Freds, nice to have you here as well. Hope you have a great day as well. Okay, let me hit you with that intro music and then I'll get into it. Alright, everybody, welcome to a special venting edition of the MLH show. I, of course, am MLH. OG Pelone. Nice to have you in there, my man. OG Pelone is one of my original OG subs. He was one of the first 50 subs to the channel, so all hail OG Pelone. Nice to have you in here. Big Chief, of course. Tanya, nice to see you. Nameless, Big Chief. Fuzzy. Who else? Who else am I missing? Nameless, I think I mentioned. Carrie Freds, Mustang Sally, Ali Bell, Moses Contreras. Good afternoon to you, sir. Tiffany, let's see. Pup Groomer, Dabin, DJ Goldenheart, my good friend Blue Unicorn, and Ali Bell. Welcome all. I have Holy shit! What a mess I have. I hope I can speak frankly with all of you. There will be a little bit of anger and vitriol and naughty words um, in this particular show. Um, I guess my question to all of you: have you guys had any experience with insurance companies and body shop repair shops in regards to getting your car repaired, whether it was via a a car accident, maybe some hail damage like I've experienced, anything like that? That's the initial question that I have for you all. Um, let's see. Oh, by the way, that car that you see there is not my car. I just threw an example of what hail damage looked like, and that's fairly. That was the closest that I could find that matched my car, without like going and taking pictures and all that. But I do have pictures. I just didn't have time to throw that together. So that's the best picture I could find. My hood looked just like that. Let's see, who else am I missing in here? Venom, Vitriol, Averance, and Pride. Yeah, it's going to be a little bit of that today, Blue Unicorn, any mixture of that. Pippi Longstocking, yes, I might swear just a little bit, hopefully not too much. I don't want it to inundate you with, some naughty words. But sometimes, the naughty words are the only way that you can voice your frustration. I've talked about this several times. I try to cut it down to a minimum. I know that people are listening. Maybe some young people are listening. Actually, hang on one second, guys. I'm going to put a little bit of this lotion on my tattoo because it's itching. And I can't go through this dealing with what I'm dealing with, plus itching. So if you can spare me just a quick moment, un momento, while I, put a little bit of this specialized tattoo goo lotion on my tat, because I don't want to be itching while I talk to you guys. So bear with me just a second. Trust me, it won't be long. Ugh. I hate itching. Come on now. There we go. All right. Okay. Now that that's done. All right. How's the sound, by the way? I'm always really, really worried about the sound. Fleet Factory, nice to have you in here as well. The insurance companies drag you through the mud. There's only one in town. It took forever to get my car in, let alone get it back. Pup Groomer, we're going to talk about all of that and more. KT PETA, good afternoon to you, my dear. Nice to have you in chat as well. KT PETA did an absolutely incredible, amazing live earlier. You make sure and check her out. The latest live, I think, was perfection. I don't think it gets any better. Avarice, yes, I thought that's what you meant, Blue Unicorn. I was kind of wondering. But KT PETA, great stream earlier, dear. You are one of a kind, and it was fantastic. Noun, extreme greed for wealth or material gain. There's your vocab word for today. Blue Unicorn, that's a fantastic word, and that's a word that is very apt for today's discussion. Sounds good. Okay, thank you, Nameless. Appreciate that. Okay, we're caught up on chat. So here's the deal, as the cops like to say, right? I received extensive hail damage. It's been over a month ago now, I believe. I don't know. I'd have to look back at my records. I'm so fucking jaded right now. I'm at the end of my patience. And as you guys know, I usually do have patience when it comes to a lot of stuff. But I'm quickly at the end of my patience for several reasons in regards to my car's hail damage. So let me give you a quick rundown. The Shark, right? You guys know the car that I have. I named the Shark. Received extensive hail damage. And when I mean hail damage, If you guys are looking at that picture, which I know you are, my car looked like that all the way around. Now, I have a glass roof, right? A completely glass roof. And, obviously a windshield and the back windshield, etc., that did not get damaged at all by these big ass hails. I mean, they were probably about softball size hail, and that's no exaggeration. So when you're looking at this picture of this truck that got dented, with all these little hail divots, that's how my car looked. That's how the Shark looked. I think I even showed you guys on cam how it looked front to back, right? And so the insurance company tells me, send us a video. Like go to the app, download the app, send us a video. The app will let you know how to do it, and all that, and pictures and all that. So all the pictures and video are on this app that I sent to the insurance company, right? So in their infinite wisdom, what they do is they send me, what's up, Pinche Becky? I love Pinche Becky's channel as well. She's got a great channel. I want either Big Chief or I'm gonna work you guys today. Big Chief or Fuzzy, please put in KT PETA's link in there. I really want people to watch KT PETA because KT PETA deals with facts. She doesn't deal with drama or BS. She presents facts to people. And I think that's super important for a lot of reasons. So make sure you guys and gals subscribe to KT PETA. She's amazing at what she does, and I hope her channel grows. Let's see. Where's Ellie been? She's in hiatus for right now, dabbing. She's got some stuff to work out on her own. Ellie's an amazing human being. I don't have any problem saying that. But she's got some stuff to work on. For herself, and let's just give her the time to do that. Okay, so I submitted everything, right? Exactly the way that they wanted. They only give you I think it's less than 60 seconds to do a whole fucking video around your car, where the damage is, all that stuff, plus pictures or whatever. And you know what? You can't see a lot of the dents in videos or in pictures, right? Or scratches or stuff like that. Really tough to take, to detail all the damage through a video or a picture, right? So, and I talked to the insurance company about this, and they said, well, we have an extensive AI program that can kind of pick out those differences and stuff like that, right? Hold on, let me get caught up on chat here. Speaking of drama, I'm about done with damn trolls on your page, PETA. Been trying to be nice, but people are beyond ridiculous. Don't worry about the trolls. The trolls have nothing when it comes to facts. If you bring facts, there's nothing anybody can say or do to they can be delusional if they want and believe alternative, quote, facts and BS, but the facts are the facts. That's it. So I'm dealing with facts today and a little bit of emotion and I'll tell you guys when I, delve into the BS portion of this stream. But so back to this. So I'm making them aware of it too. It's not, but they assured me the AI program can pick up any and all damage and all this, right? So I'm like, okay. So I noticed it was about 2 days later or so, I noticed that my account received $1,600 from the insurance company. And I'm like, $1,600? So I call them up. And they're like, well, yeah, that's what the AI determined that your damage was worth, minus the $1,000 deductible. So in essence, you got $2,600 to fix your car. I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to take it to not only any body shop, I'm going to take it to the dealer's body shop because I'm not dealing with third party fucking, collision centers like Caliber Collision, who I've dealt with before, who are fucking awful. And I don't recommend anybody going to Caliber Collision because they fucking blow. Right? I'm sorry, not to mince words, but they suck. They suck and blow, which, there are talented people, but I'm just saying, the company's a whole different story. Caucasian Sasquatch, welcome. Nice to have you here as well. Shark chipped a tooth. I'm helping someone whose cars were damaged by a city water line breaking. It was in the news and it showed the damage since December. I just got the case 2 weeks ago. It's almost impossible to deal with insurance, Becky. Let's continue. So I'm like, well, okay, that's all great. I'm not going to spend that money. I am going to get the car repaired. And so I left it at that, right? So I go to the dealer and I say, I need to take my car in for damage. Hail damage. Well, we don't deal with any of, we don't have our own collision center. We refer everybody to this collision center. It's called Elite Collision Center in Aurora, Colorado. And I'm like, fine. I don't have any issue with that as long as I'm dealing with somebody that deals directly with you guys. When you guys have problems, is that where you guys take your cars? And they said yes. I looked at all the reviews of this place. It's called Elite Collision Center. And the reviews were stellar. You couldn't find one really that said anything bad about this place. So I'm like, okay, this is the place that I'm going because I want it to get done right. You guys saw the Shark before and after hail damage. It's a beautiful vehicle. Now there was some damage to the back right bumper before the hail that that was well established. I had already made the insurance company know that there was damage to the right side of the bumper. Now keep that in mind because that's going to come into play a little bit later. Alan B, nice to have you in here, buddy. That's why a lot of people don't have insurance these days. They're crooks. Absolutely. Auditing Haverhill, Massachusetts. What is up? Nice to have you here as well. Hit that like button if you haven't already, people. That's going to get more people in here because I need to vent a little. Insurance denied the claim because it was the city's responsibility. We need to submit a claim to the city clerk. Wow. Yeah, I know. Tanya says, I had to get a new insurance company. I've been with the same insurance company for 8 years and clean driving record, and they were going to double my coverage. Yeah, F that, Tanya. We'll talk about that in a bit, too. So I go there. Everything's honky-dory. I explained to them all the damage, right? I knew the damage. It was extensive on the hood, just like what you see in the picture there. That's not my vehicle, but it looks very similar to that. And all around, like the trim, the side panels, we got pelted with hail here. And they were like literally like baseball to softball size hail. And I've only experienced that one other time in Denver. We do get hail. And there is hail damage from time to time on vehicles. But, this was the biggest hail I've ever seen in person, right? And I know how big it was because I had to protect all of my plants, right? So I had to go out there and put, covers on all of my plants and hope that they were okay. A couple of them I didn't get a chance because the hail was so big. One of them hit me in my head, or like the back of my neck, even though I had like a cookie sheet, like a metal cookie sheet over my head kind of protected me. I got hit in my hand, my leg. Matter of fact, I think I showed you guys a picture of my knee. Right above my knee, I got hit by one of these big-ass hails. So I knew it was extensive, and I knew my car was parked out front, and I was like, oh, my God, the Shark is going to be – I don't even want to look at the Shark, right? Look at the shark, and sure enough, hail damage all the way around, from the front to the back. Now we're going to get to the back bumper here in just a second. But the hood was, I could tell, I already knew without even taking it in, the hood was going to need to be replaced. Maybe a side panel. I know they can work magic, and they, can take out dents without even damaging the paint in most instances. But this was pretty extensive. So I knew that $2,600 was not going to be in the cards for me to fix, right? I mean that it was, $2,600 was, that was a pittance to what was going on with this car, and I knew it, but I wanted to get back to the way that it was before the damage from the hail. So, speaking of the rear bumper, the right side, I already knew there was a little bit of scratching, and a woman had backed up into my bumper on the right side, and that was all that was damaged, was the right side. Just mostly it's not a metal bumper, it's a plastic bumper. So basically it didn't really, there was a lot. It would have cost me like $1,000 to get that bumper, which is my deductible. So I didn't bother, right? I did report it because I'm honest. And when I got the report back, it was like $956 and some odd cents. I'm like, it doesn't make sense to put it to go through with a claim on that, because I would have had to pay out of pocket anyways, $1,000 deductible. So I'm like, fuck it, whatever, So I let that go, because $1,000 is a lot of money to fix up some scratches on a bumper and a slight indent, right? I could live with it. I'm like, I just don't have that money. I'm not rich, Let's see. Mod Class says, I watched KT PETA live the other night. She is definitely not Ellie. I didn't comment. I just watched. There's definitely something with the ones in here in her chat that were being rude. Yeah, she doesn't deserve any of it. You're back, Balone. Great. Nice to have you back. Let's see. What else we got? Let me just catch up. Thank you for that, Big Chief. Really appreciate that. Ass hail is the worst. Especially when it's big. Yes, I agree. Catching up 2 times. Sorry about that. Thank you, MLH, for the huge compliment. Appreciate that. And to all of you, no worries, KT. Yeah, make sure you check out KT PETA. She's amazing. All right. But the left side definitely got some scratches from the hail, right? It was big ass hail. Of course it's going to take some damage, right? So I'm like, okay, I know this is going to be a bone of contention. So let's let's go ahead and make sure and let everybody know, right? So when I went to the body shop and to leave the car, I'm like, I want to show you guys everything. So I showed them all the hail, and I showed the damage to the left side of the rear bumper. And I showed them the right side damage as well. I'm like, that right there was already there. So I'm not worried about that. I am worried about the left side of the bumper. And the guy was like, oh, okay, and just taking notes and doing whatever. So next day, after I drop it off, I have to go back because Bernie needed something from the car. And I noticed something that they had written on the side of the vehicle. They had written that I was going to make a second claim for a hit and run. And I was like, what the fuck? I never ever said that. I never said that I was going to make another claim, that it was a hit and run. None of that. None of that. So I was like, okay, that's kind of weird, but I didn't think too much of it. I'm like, whatever. I want my shit fixed. I want my car. All right, so drop it off. Week later, I get told, okay, well, we got to do this, we got to do that. And they're giving me a rundown. I'm like, I that's gibberish to me. I just need to know when my car is going to be done, right? And luckily, I got rental car insurance from my insurance company. So, of course, I'm like, yeah, I'm going to take advantage of that. I fucking took the time and money, extra money it took to put that insurance on. Yeah, I'm getting a car. So, no problem there. Got a car and, rental car from Hertz. I couldn't do it through their rental car company, Enterprise, the body shops, because their rates were out of my range and all they had were SUVs. And I'm like, that's too big of a car for me. For one, I don't need that. I mean, what the fuck am I gonna do? Go fucking four wheeling, off road or some shit? I don't need an SUV, right? Just need a car. So I'm like, okay, can't use Enterprise, so I go to Hertz, and they're like, yeah, we'll take care of you. We'll give you this rate. It was a great rate. It was like $33.99 a day. The insurance rate, basically, right? But here's the catch with my insurance. I have to pay for it up front. Well, not up front, but I have to pay for it first and then get reimbursed. So the way they do it is they reserve however much long time you need in days plus whatever taxes to be collected, etc. And they put a hold on your credit card. And I'm like, I'm thinking about it, and I'm sweating a little bit then because I'm like, I don't have the money. At that time, the rate was like, I mean, it was like a little over $700. And I'm like, well, I don't have $700, but I'll just put it on my card and hope that the insurance company can pay me within a month. I think that's reasonable. Let's go ahead and do it, right? I'm like, okay. I mean, I'm taking a risk there because I definitely don't want to pay all the, what do they call that? The interest and stuff if they don't give me that money in time, But I did call the insurance company, and they're like, I'm like, how long does it typically take once I give you guys a receipt to to kind of reimburse me because I need the reimbursement, right? So they're like, typically 3 to 5 days. So I was like, okay, that's reasonable. 5 business days. I'm good with that. I can deal with that. I can, pay on the credit card, and then if they reimburse me, put it in my account, I can definitely pay that off. No worries, no problem, right? So initially it was like 2 weeks worth of, having this rental car. Now, mind you, I've got a $1,200 limit / 30-day limit. So, okay, 2 weeks, we're good. So about 2 weeks passes since the car's been in the shop, and I'm checking in again. Oh yeah, everything's going great, blah blah blah, everything, but we're gonna need it till then. And then it was like another week. I'm like, okay, another week, no problem. I mean, it's getting kind of close, but if you tell me it's gonna be another week, okay, I don't want to rush you. As the company that's fixing my car, I want it done right. I want everything, to go smooth. Susan Everett, nice to have you in here. Thank you for being here, for sure. I've had rental insurance, and the insurance company pays directly. Enterprise had to bring in a smaller car and delivered it to me in California, though. Now, that's not the way my insurance works. I have to pay it, and then after I pay it, then they reimburse. But there's a little bit of bullshit that happened with that too that I'll tell you guys about in a little bit. I would have gone postal, understand taking time to fix all correctly, but I mean, come on, no way it takes this long. See, that's how I'm feeling, KT Pita. That's how I'm feeling right now. So it continues, right? So I'm thinking to myself, what the hell is taking so long? I mean, this is crazy. So I call back the next day to the body repair shop, and I get this dude. And he's like the manager, the actual manager of the shop. And he's like, well, I just took over this case because the other guy was, he had to take a leave of absence. He's okay, whatever bullshit he was peddling me. I didn't give a fuck, right? I'm like, okay, I don't care. Like, I just want my car. I mean, You've had 3 weeks with it. I mean, he's like, well, we had to order, and I could tell he was BSing me, you know. I'm like, you're telling me you just got this case and you know all about it? Okay, so how do you know that you needed to order this and that and the other? But that's beside the point. So we kind of go round a little bit. I'm like, okay, well, when can I get it? He's like, well, maybe another week or so. Actually, he says the end of the month. So mind you, I had put in my car, I think the 27th, I want to say, somewhere around there of June, right? So I only have till about June 28th. Hey, Big Chief, thank you for the super sticker, buddy. I really appreciate that. Really, really appreciate that, bud. It means a lot. Um, let's see. Who do we have in here? King Bluto, what's up, man? Nice to have you in here. Thank you to all the members in here. I really appreciate all of you. I really do. And thank you again, Big Chief. I appreciate that. So, I only have till like I think it was the 29th actually, which is what? I mean, the 30th, which is tomorrow, right? It's tomorrow. So I'm sweating. Like, I'm really sweating. I call back to the Miss Sunrise Dawn. Nice to have you in here as well. I feel a negative Google review coming. Well, just wait, Fleet Factory. It gets a little bit better or worse. Howard County, nice to have you in here as well. Okay. So, continuing on. Amber, welcome. Nice to have you here as well. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Really appreciate it. Let's see. What did Blue say? Froke out. I don't know what that means. Did you say, probably 10,000 cars got damaged and he broke out from too much work to do. Yeah. I mean, that's a possibility. I don't know, but maybe that guy fucking did freak out and leave, and so they had to pick up the pieces, but it doesn't really matter much to me, right? I'm in a predicament. I'm in a pickle now, right? So we're coming up to the end of not only the money, but the days, right? And I, right now, cannot afford it because I'm going to have to pay these guys $2,600, right? Remember, I have to come up with $1,000 deductible, plus I saved the $1,600 that this company gave, or the insurance company gave me, right? So I didn't touch that, luckily. So $2,600 in addition to, I think it was about $7,000 worth more, additional $7,000 of damage. So we're coming up on $10,000 worth of damage to that car, right? This just goes to show you how fucking shady the insurance companies are when it comes to your auto insurance, right? They gave me $2,600 minus the $1,000 deductible. So I got $1,600 and they were expecting me to just go away. Now here's $1,600. Have a nice time. Fix the car with that, right? I'm like, no. That's not how it's going to work. This is how it's going to work. I'm taking it to a body shop. They're going to fix it, and I know it's going to cost more than that $2,600. But I want it fixed. So I'm willing to pay the $1,000, just not the rest of it. So, I would have lost my mind long before now. Pup Groomer, I've been as patient as I could be. J-Bat, nice to have you in chat as well. Appreciate you being on in here. Benny Bean, welcome to chat. Nice to have you here. I grew up in Colorado Springs and have a lot of family in Denver. Colorado is the hail capital of the world. Yeah, I know. We get some hail, but not normally hail damage, Jenny Bean. Froke, yeah. Right. Drifter Shelley, welcome to chat. Nice to have you in here as well. All right, so continuing on, I'm starting to sweat, and I call back, and I get a hold of their front office person. Her name is Jen. She was very lovely, very nice woman. And I explain things. I'm like, look, I'm coming up to, because then when I had heard that it was going to be till the 31st, I'm like, I can't keep the car till the 31st. The most I can do is till the 30th. So if you're telling me it's going to be done on the 31st, I'm going to be without a car on the 31st, period. Because I have to take that car back to Hertz Rent-A-Car, right? That's the end. And it's also the end of the money. You know how much money it's going to cost after everything? Now remember, I said my limit was $1,200, right? It just so happens that after tomorrow, the final bill, I mean, it's estimated charge, but it's going to be the charge. $1,190.95 for this rental car. $1,190.95. So you want to talk about running up against the end of the time and the money? That's what I'm up against right now. So they better get it done by tomorrow. Otherwise, we have a big issue. And I did let the guy know, and I'll tell you about that in just a minute. That's a shitload of money. It sure is. But it is and that's at an excellent rate, too. I mean, try getting a rental car. I don't care if it's a compact car or whatever, for $33.99 a day. Now, that's the insurance rate. So that's another indicator of how crooked companies are altogether. I mean, your rate would have been at least double that for a compact car, or near double. I bet you it would have cost you 50, 60, and depending on peak times and all that, you may have been paying upwards of $70 a day for a car. So you can imagine, right? But I'm not sweating because I got insurance, and I have a credit card that I can comfortably put, I'm not going to say comfortably, but I can put it on there, and I can hope for the best that they pay me back in a timely fashion to pay that off, right? So look at all the different fucking stress I'm going through here, guys. I don't have my vehicle, right? Here's another thing. I had to exchange the original rental car. The original rental car, which Chris on the drums, who's normally in chat, named it the Shark because it sucked. And I could tell it sucked. It was a Chevy Malibu. It drove like shit. I don't know if there was... I know there were problems with that car because of what happened with that car. So I'm driving that around for about, 2 weeks? I think I was driving it around, or somewhere around there. A little more, maybe. I'll be sure to share my cans with you. Okay, no worries. Thanks, insurance. So helpful. Yes, exactly, HCO. So, yeah, that's some BS. Rental car prices are more than flights now. Yes, exactly, JBat. Exactly. So, okay, so I'm not super complaining. I felt like, okay, but with the rental car, it was a Chevy Malibu. It was a full-size car, which I enjoyed the size. I mean, it was much bigger than even the Shark, right? But I think a little too big. I'm not used to that much car, right? But the engine sucked. My fucking Prius could smoke that Malibu, and it's got a much bigger engine. It was shitty. And I knew it was shitty because it got a check engine light on it. So I called Hertz, and they're like, oh, take it to the airport. We'll exchange it. No problem. That is a safety issue, so make sure and bring it on in. They were very nice about it. They exchanged it. No issues, So I got this Nissan Sentra, which is a much tinier car than even my Prius. No problem, though. It's something to get me around. I'm not complaining. It's fine, right? Much better on gas. And that's another thing. I'm used to the Shark not paying that much in gas. When I say I pay about $25 a month, that's no exaggeration. I don't have a huge gas bill with the Prius. It does so well on gas. Plus, it's got 40 miles a day that I can drive gas-free, all electric, right? So got no problems with the um I got no problems with um hold on a second. I think you made a mistake there. Let's see. Let's make you we don't want that hidden. I don't know what happened there. Yeah, let's not do that. Let's yeah, it was an accident. I knew it. Can you undo that, uh Big Chief? Yeah, Fab Daddy, if you're listening, that's a mistake. I will if Big Chief can't fix that, I'll fix that after. But yeah, no problem. Question: if you get plates for an electric hybrid, is it more expensive? No, it's about the same. Blue Unicorn. I paid a little extra for the all black plates and plus personalization. But new cars. Hey, Nez Lover, nice to have you in here. Thank you, Big Chief, for undoing that. Fab Daddy, you should be back in full effect. Yeah, that was a definite mistake. No worries, Big Chief. But yeah, it's not that it's more expensive. It's more expensive the newer your vehicle is. So my plates were outrageous because it was new. That's all. So okay. So what I okay, so no problems. I switched it for the Nissan Sentra. It's much better on gas. But I'm spending a lot on gas now, right? Like way more than I would have. Like every third or fourth day I'm spending like $30 in gas. A little more with the big ass Malibu that I had, a little less now that I got this Sentra. The Sentra works fine. No problems with it. It's good, right? But now I'm running up against it. Now it's the 29th, and I'm like, you know what? I have to go down there to get some things taken care of and to put a little bit of pressure on these guys. I don't want to rush, but because rushed work is usually shit work, but I don't have a choice. So I go down. Actually, I talked to the lady, Jen, who's like the front desk person, and she was lovely. She's like, look, I understand what you're up against. Let me see what I can do. If it comes down to it, and because I told her, I was like, after Tuesday, I'm not going to have a means to even get here. I don't have another vehicle. I mean, this is it. I got a ride from my dad, but it just so happens that my dad's car is not available to me in this time because my sister needs it. So there's literally no option for me other than Uber, and I don't have the money for that, right? I'm going to have to pay you guys what you need, and that takes almost everything. I do have to have a little bit of money to eat too, right? And so she's like, no, perfectly understandable. I hear you. If it comes down to it, and you have to take the vehicle back, and let's say it does drag out till Wednesday, I will personally pay for an Uber for you to get out there. And I'm like, I hope it doesn't get to that, but thank you. I'm very thankful for that, but why should it get to that point? Why should it be that way? So she's like, let's hope for the best and, all that. So I'm like, I'm just freaking out here. I'm like, I really don't know what to do. So I go there today. Just got back. And I'm talking to this manager that I had already talked to, and I told him about the bumper. And I'm like, I wasn't complaining about the right side of the bumper. I was complaining about the left side. The left side is what's in contention here. I need that fixed too. I'm sure you guys doing a great job on the rest of it, but I need that fixed too. And I didn't appreciate the BS that was put on. Oh, it was a miscommunication. Meanwhile, I got my mom on the phone, right, who has extensive experience with insurance type stuff. And she's just listening. And he's giving me a bunch of BS. And I know he's giving me a bunch of BS. Oh, I'm sorry. It must be a miscommunication of sorts. Miscommunication on whose part? Not mine. I made things very clear from the beginning. you know? And I'm like, I mean, so it was a back and forth. My mom gave him the 1-2. She's like, he is not responsible for any of that. You guys are. You guys need to make him and the bank whole with this because the bank actually owns the car, you know? And so he was just like, well, we're not going to do this. We're not, if it's not authorized, we're not going to pay for this and that and the other. Okay. Okay. Carrie Ann, nice to have you in here. Let's see if I missed anybody. I don't think I did. I think everybody's in there. Hang on one second, guys. I'm getting a phone call that I have to take, but I don't want you guys to hear it. So give me 1 second here. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, I had to take that quick call. We're all good. So, so we go back and forth a little bit, and I'm like, look, the bottom line is, my rental car expires tomorrow. I'm not gonna have a way of getting here, after that. I just ain't. So he's like, I promise you, it will be done by tomorrow. I'm like, I hope so. I sure hope so, because when I looked at the car, and I did look at the car, and I looked at the itemized list of shit that needs to be done as well, uh, it didn't look like it was going to be done today or tomorrow. It was like, in now they fixed all the dents. It looks like they had to replace the hood completely, which I knew they would have, and the sides. I mean, it looks like they did everything. They painted. All they got to do is reassemble. And he told me it's 80% done. So 80% done to me says it's not going to be done by tomorrow. So, wow. I'm just like, hey, Nunya, nice to have you here. Um, so, yeah, have you called the insurance adjuster? They should be the ones doing the footwork. I agree with you, Pinche Becky, and I told him. I was like, let's get the adjuster on the phone here so we can get some shit done. I don't know what's going on here. Like I said, I'm at the end of my rope. I have nothing left. I don't have any more money on the rental car. I mean, if this was a case of unlimited rental, I wouldn't give a shit. Go ahead, take your time. I don't give a fuck if it take. I mean, I would because I want my car back, but I wouldn't care. I would care less. I'd be like, okay, well, I got a little bit of leeway here, but I don't. What am I going to do now? Pay $34 a day plus tax and fees? So upwards of $50 a day, for a rental car? Where am I going to get that money? Out of my ass? Pay through credit and what? I'm already like going out on a limb hoping that the insurance company pays me back for this stuff. I just have to take a leap of faith with that, right? And deal with the consequences if it doesn't happen. But keep adding to that bill? I'm like, what the hell do I do? What do I do, guys? What do I do? That's where it's at right now. If this is the shop should provide you a rental car. What's the adjuster say? Well, I have rental car insurance, but they don't. I asked them, do you guys have a rental car that I could borrow? They said, no, we go through Enterprise rental car, and that's on you. We don't pay for rental cars. So I'm like, well, fuck, and then I'll just use my insurance's rental car. I mean, it's all I can do. And I'm at the end. I mean, I just told you guys the bill. $1,190.95. So, I mean, worst comes to worst. I mean, I'm sure I could keep it one extra day, and that would be, so I have like $9 left. So you take the daily rate, which is $33.99, plus you add all their tax and fees. Let's say $50 minus $9. That's $41. Doesn't sound like a lot, but it's a lot to me right now when I have to pay $2,600 to this company to get my car back. Where's the room for food? I think I got $40 left in my account, so it'll cover it. How do I eat during those few days? I guess I got some I'm gonna have to go to the food bank. Oh man, Howard County does need a spanking. What date did the shop give you as a deadline? He said today, Becky, that he would have it done by tomorrow. But I don't know if I trust that, it being 80% done. I mean, like I said, I could maybe afford one more day. One more day, I can eat that. Like I said, I think I have about just about that amount in my account. So yeah, I can afford one more day. I mean, I guess if it's drug out till Wednesday, I can call the rental car. That's another thing with the rental car company. When I first went in there, the original money was like $700. Here, let me look. I'll tell you the amount. It was $781.77. So I was like, okay, think I can handle that. And then I had to extend it again. That went to $913. And then I had to extend it again. Then it went up to $1,151. And then I have to extend it for another day. So now the grand total is $1,190.95. What the hell is taking them forever in a year? I agree, Pippi. What the hell is taking? And I asked. Well, we get this, we get that, blah blah blah. I mean, just total. I mean, some of it's true, right? You got to order parts, you got to paint parts, you got to reassemble. I mean, it's not an easy job to fix a car. I understand that. But how many cars do you know? Even wrecks don't take that long. I've seen. Now, I know they have a lot of cars, right? The hail damage was extensive. Everybody in this area and the surrounding area got hail damage. I know they're inundated with cars. I know that. But they have to understand that we've got a time limit on how much, I'm not rich. You guys know I live very humbly. I don't, I don't splurge on myself. I mean, I don't live a lavish lifestyle. I'm far from it. Money to money, check to check. Bernie and I live check to check. And it's coming down to it, man. That's all I'm saying. It's just, it sucks. Could care less would actually mean almost zero, or you could actually care a little less than you do now. That's true. You're always the technical one, Blue Unicorn. I think maybe it means both, like -1 + 1. It's calculus, yes. I got to go. Sending love to all. Thank you, Miss Sunrise Dawn. I know I've been bitching. It's not the most pleasant thing to listen to. But, so that's another thing, the rental car company. So the last time I extended it over to this last weekend, what they normally would do would be to put a hold on the card, right? Not charge you. Well, they charged me $119 on that card. So now the clock, it really is ticking. now the clock is ticking on the money. The insurance company better fucking be quick with the 3 to 5. I'll accept the 5 business days. 5 business days, give me that money so that way I can pay off my credit card. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I'm pretty sure I'm going to get that money back. Whether or not I get it back before the bill comes due, I don't know. But either way, I'm in a world of hurt here. Like I mean, you guys know, the Shark's my lifeline. That's how I get out there. I make a small, very humble living with this YouTube channel. There are other people that don't have to worry about it. They get residuals, they get, this and that and the other. But this is what I do. I'm out there. I'm out there in the streets. I'm doing cop watching. I'm protesting. This is my livelihood. And I mean, I've had a whole week of not being able to do that. And now that I'm back, I need to be able to do that in order to make just a little bit of money, to keep things going here. So, you know, clicks and views. People talk about clicks and views, but I mean, it really is about how else do you get your message out there if not with clicks and views, the shark is probably your biggest splurge. You've said that before. That's the only thing that I really own, pup groomer. I don't own anything else. I mean, I have some Funkos that I'm looking at that I've collected. But after, post divorce, I lost everything. I lost my car, my house, my money, my job, my kids. I lost everything post separation slash divorce. I had to rebuild that. I had 2 bags of clothes with me when I left. My ex kept everything. Any money I had in the house, I had a couple of gold coins that my dad gave me. I had an extensive comic book collection. She kept that. I mean, everything I lost. I had autographs from different bands, different people. I lost everything. I had to start completely over. So I'm looking at everything I own in this room. It's my TV, my Xbox, my PlayStation, and my Funkos. About $10 a piece, and there's probably, I don't know, 100. So there you go. That's the extent of what I own. I'm carless, so I'm very much limited to where I can walk. I know, Blue Unicorn. What happened to your car, dude? That really sucks, man. They should have told you they would order the parts and when they would be able to get it to you, so you could still have your car. You know what, Pippi? That's interesting that you say that because I thought about that. That's right. They should have said, well, we need this part, this part, this part, you know, and that way I would have had a better timeline. I think they just bullshitted me, and said this and that and the other. What else? Oh, I mean, on the bright side, I mean, there was a chick walking around with her boobs out. I mean, she wasn't all that great, but I mean, I did get to see that, I guess. I mean, I guess that's the bright side. Let's see. That's so hard, MLH. I'm sorry your ex was so awful. And I'm glad you're away from that. I am too, Carrie Ann. I mean, I haven't talked extensively about that, because personal life things, sometimes are hard to face and stuff. But, I'm in a much better place with a much better person now. I love my kids, I am in a much better place. I dealt with a lot, but it is what it is. Blessing curse conundrum. I agree, Blue Unicorn. Not having a car is a blessing and a curse. Head blown head gasket. Yes, exactly. Sagging titties doesn't sound like a win. Well, it's better than nothing, Becky. I mean, I guess. I mean, I have to look at the positives, right? Oh my God. I'm so sorry I had to come on here and vent to you guys. But okay, so the long and short of it is let's hope I get the shark back by tomorrow. Then I guess, whatever scratches are on the bumper, I'm just going to have to fucking eat, I guess. Fuck the insurance company. Fuck this collision company. Let's get the shark back and just fucking, go forward. I mean, that's the only way I could look at it. I'm just at a wit's end, guys. Like I haven't had my car for about a month now. And it just really, really, really sucks. I mean, I'm sitting here like, what do I do? I mean, I just don't know what else to do. I think if I get the shark back, I'm just gonna shit. I'm not gonna shit in the shark. I'm gonna sit in the shark, and I think I'm just gonna do an old-fashioned Colfax run with all of you, and we're just gonna move on from there. I mean, whatever happens with the money from the insurance company, as far as making me whole on this rental car, I hope they get it to me before I have to pay that bill. Otherwise, there'll be a shit ton of interest on that, and that's what credit card companies are banking on, right? That's how they make their money. It's by interest. You think they let you have a line of credit because the goodness of their heart? No. Hey, thank you, Pup Groomer, again. You're fantastic. I don't care what you say. Should have invited her to the HTTM. I know, Davin. Well, no. I mean, I didn't want her. I mean, Davin, no. No. If I had a shit ton of flow, I'd give it to you. I know, KT. I know you would. But, you know, I mean, everybody's living check to check. I understand that. And I'm not asking for any money or anything. I'm just hoping that they do their thing tomorrow and the world can be whole again with me, I guess, pending the insurance company giving me an 11, almost $1,200 check / money in my account, something. And as long as I have the shark back, I don't have to pay for all this gas. Such a pain. Oh, real quickly. Yeah, so they charged me $119 for the weekend, and they actually put it on the card. So that's why the clock is ticking now. So I did make a call to the insurance company today to say, here's the estimated charge, which it's not going to matter. $9 is away from the max. So I want them to pay me this money sooner than later. But I guess I have to wait for the final bill tomorrow before that can happen. Tanya, thank you for re-upping. And now you have the werewolf logo icon next to your name. I put different logos, for the Monster Squad. Welcome back to the Monster Squad. Let's see. That one was from the shared account. I know hubby would side with me when I explain what's going on and the cost involved. Yeah, it's crazy. Every time I've had challenges like this, I've managed to grow from it. Stop, listen to the silence. It will all fall into place. Thank you, Pinche Becky. I mean, I needed to vent because I don't really, other than Bernie's at work, I had no other way of venting. So a big thanks, a big ups to all of you in chat. I thank you so much for supporting, listening, all of that stuff. It matters to me, And by the way, I know I haven't fulfilled my obligation to the members by doing a live. Tomorrow I will be doing a special live for you guys. It's not going to be the planned live that I had. I will have to postpone that musical live off till next month. That will be with Conspiracy Music. But this time it's just going to be me. I have to think of what I'm going to do for you guys. I want it to be special. This one's not going to be the greatest members only live stream, but it'll be something. I will fulfill that obligation to you all. And if you're a non-member, don't worry. I will release that live stream shortly after. So the only thing you're missing is the live experience. Everything else will be intact. You guys will be able to comment, all that good fun stuff. Let's see. I'm here to support you. Venting is good for you. Thank you, Pinche Becky. I appreciate that. What's up, Standing Tall? Nice to have you here as well. Is CM members only? What does that mean, CM? The only thing that I do differently, Blue Unicorn, with the members is one time a month I'll have a live that the members are privy to. But shortly after that, I will release that to everybody. So there's no lapse, and in other words, I'm not putting anything behind a paywall. Other than the live experience, which, like I said, you're going to get the full experience after. It's just something for the members. Thank you, Carrie Ann, for gifting those 5 memberships. That means a heck of a lot to me. I appreciate that so much. If you guys get a gifted membership, make sure you say thank you to those generous enough to offer them, like Pup Groomer and Carrie Ann. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate that big time. Conspiracy music has such a unique sound. He does. He's an amazing musician. I'm surprised that guy isn't a freaking rock star. He's awesome. Okay. Uh Same person. Conspiracy music, yes. That's right. You're right, HCO. Okay. I think that's all I got for you guys. I think I did my venting. Like I said, thank you all so much for being here and just letting me vent to you. I mean, it does mean a whole heck of a lot to be able to talk to you guys. Like, I always do the mental health speech at the end, and I'm there for anybody that needs me. Anybody that has contacted me, I mean, can tell you I will get back with you and talk with you, whether it's via email, text, whatever. And I've never been able to not fulfill my obligation to all of you when it comes to the seriousness of the nature of mental health. So I do my best to definitely try to reach out to you guys when you reach out to me, and I don't think I've let anybody down. So, and I plan on continuing that. So thank you guys so much for listening. I'm not going to keep you guys any longer. I just had to vent a little bit, and I think that's all I got. So thank you guys so much, and thank you, Dabin, and everybody. What's up, Keith? Welcome, brother. Hope it gets better. Yeah, I hope so too, Dabin. I'm sure it will. Hopefully tomorrow the world will get set right and everything will be okay. But shit happens, no worries. That's right, Drifter Shelley. Thank you guys. All right, that's all I got. Thank you guys so much. Really appreciate it. Like I said, I'll do a members only live either tomorrow or the day after. I'm hoping to get my car back so I could do it in the Shark. And that'll be kind of fun. I'll have to think about something unique. I don't know. Maybe we'll just take a drive. Free the Shark. That's right. All right, everybody. Take care. Have a good rest of your day. Hope you guys, have a good day as well. And don't have a shitty month like I've had. But it happens. Next month will get better. Yes, KTPD will get better. Feel better. Sometimes a good vent session is just what the doctor ordered. Honestly, Pup Groomer, it definitely does help. I feel a little bit better. I feel a million times better when I get my car back. But thank you, Pup. And thank you, everybody in chat. You guys are amazing. I'll see you guys on the next video. Later, everybody.